Out of every 10 VC funded ventures, only one survives. Think about that for a second. These are not small businesses running on tight budgets. These are companies with crores in funding, full marketing teams, professional agencies, and serious ad spend. And still, 9 out of 10 don't make it. And here's something even more unsettling. The ones that do survive, the ones that scale, raise more rounds, make it to the top, some of them are clocking 1,000 crores in annual revenue and still reporting losses. Revenue of 1,000 crores, losses. Where is all that money going? A big chunk of it? Ads. I'm not saying ads are useless, but when a company has survived the odds, scaled to massive revenue, and still can't turn a profit, that tells you something is deeply broken in how we think about growth. Paid ads are a tap. You pay, customers come in, you stop paying, they stop coming. There's no memory, no loyalty, no pull, just a transaction that repeats only as long as your wallet does. Now let me tell you about Ram's Tea Shop in Anna Nagar, Chennai. No ads, no Instagram page, no marketing budget, and yet people queue outside till 1 in the morning to buy tea and snacks. Not a slow trickle, a proper queue, night after night. How? Because Ram built something people talk about, the taste, the experience, the familiarity. It became a word of mouth machine. People bring their friends. People who moved out of Chennai still tell others about it. The shop has a reputation that no ad campaign can manufacture. That's brand. And brand is what makes customers come to you instead of you always going to them. Most founders skip this work because it feels slow and unmeasurable. Ads feel faster. You put money in, you see results. But what you're really doing is renting customers, not building a business. When you start running ads, the math feels simple. Spend 500 rupees, get a customer worth 1,200 rupees. Profitable. Scale it up. But here's what happens over the next 12 to 18 months. More competitors enter the same space. Everyone's running ads on the same platforms. The platform charges more because demand went up. Your 500 rupees now costs 900 rupees to get the same customer. Margins quietly get eaten alive. To protect margins, you raise prices. But now you're more expensive than the competitor who figured out organic growth early. Customers switch, or worse, they don't come at all. I've seen this happen to good businesses with good products. Not because of a bad product, because they built the entire engine on paid traffic and never asked the harder question. Why would someone choose us even if we never ran an ad? If you can't answer that, you don't have a brand, you have a paid pipeline. Let me take a quick 30-second break here from the video to tell you something. If this video is making you think, okay, but how do I actually build a brand that doesn't depend on ads? That's exactly what iSpark Marketech program is built for. It's a program where I take you through the full system, positioning, storytelling, content, organic growth, step by step. No fluff, no hacks, just a clear framework that works for real businesses. The link is in the description, check it out. Now back to the video. Here's the shift. Stop thinking about ads as your primary growth engine. Start building genuine pull, where people seek you out because they already trust you. Here's how. Get your positioning right first. Before spending a single rupee on ads or content, get razor sharp on what your brand stands for. Who's it exactly for? Why would someone choose you over someone cheaper or more established? This is the upstream work most founders skip because it doesn't feel productive. But without it, every rupee you spend on ads or anything else works less efficiently than it should. Zerodha is the clearest example of this done right. Their positioning was simple and sharp. Zero brokerage on equity delivery, flat fee for everything else, no spam, no pushing people to trade. That wasn't just a tagline, it was a belief system backed into every product decision. Nitin Kamath has said that not advertising forced them to constantly think about how to earn customer love organically. That constraint become their biggest competitive advantage. Today, Zerodha manages assets worth 6 lakh crore, built almost entirely on word of mouth. Get your positioning right, everything else becomes easier. Build an organic social presence. Post consistently on platforms where your audience actually hangs out. Not promotional content, real, useful, honest content. Share your perspective, disagree with popular ideas when you have a reason to. Show how you think, be present over months and years, not just during launch season. Most founders underestimate LinkedIn completely. They think it's for job seekers. It's not. It's the hidden gold mine that most founders ignore, especially if your audience is professionals, entrepreneurs, or business decision makers. Vaibhav Sisinti, founder of Growth School, built the entire business on the back of LinkedIn content. No massive ad budget, no celebrity endorsements, just consistent value-backed videos and posts on LinkedIn about growth, marketing, and entrepreneurship. That content brought him followers, which brought him leads, which became paying students for his courses. Growth School grew into a multi-crore education business largely because one founder showed up on LinkedIn with genuine insights week after week. Start a YouTube channel. YouTube is one of the most underused tools by Indian founders, especially in B2B and professional services. A well-made 10-minute video that genuinely helps someone builds more trust than 100 retargeted ads. And unlike an ad, a good video keeps working for you months and years after you post it. Think of each video as a salesperson who works 24 hours a day for free, answering questions, building trust, positioning you as a person who understands this space deeply. You don't need a studio. You don't need expensive production. You need a clear point of view and the willingness to share it consistently. On Instagram, same logic applies. Short form videos on Instagram Reels is one of the most organic, reach-friendly formats available right now. Most founders ignore it because they think it's for entertainment. But the founders who are consistently posting useful educational content on Reels are building audiences and businesses faster than almost any paid channel can match. Teach people something for free. The fastest way to build credibility in any market is to give away genuinely useful knowledge. Not teasers, not buy the course to find out real actionable information that someone can use right now. This sounds counterintuitive, but here's what actually happens. When someone learns something valuable from you, they associate that learning with your name. You become the expert in their mind, and the next time they need to go deeper or need someone to do the work for them, you're the first person they think of. PhysicsWallah built a $1.1 billion edtech company on this exact principle. Alak Pandey started by putting free physics lectures on YouTube, not low quality teaser content, genuinely comprehensive, better than coaching lessons available for free. Students who couldn't afford quota coaching found a teacher who actually cared. They told their friends. The channel exploded. When he eventually launched a paid platform, the trust was already there because lakhs of students had already experienced this teaching for free. The free content didn't kill the paid business, it built it. Conduct the webinars. Pick one specific painful problem your audience faces and build a focused 60-minute session around actually solving it, not teasing it. Invite people for free. Show up and give everything. What happens after a genuinely useful free webinar is remarkable. People feel helped, they feel seen, they share the recording with others in similar situations, they follow you on social, they sign up for your newsletter, and a percentage of them naturally become paying customers. Not because you sold them your product, but because they experienced your thinking firsthand and decided they wanted more. This is the most direct way to build a warm, high-intent audience quickly. Unlike ads that reach cold strangers, a webinar attracts people who have already decided to give you an hour of their time. That's a very different quality of attention and a very different starting point for a business relationship. Build a newsletter. Ads reach strangers. A newsletter reaches people who raised their hand and said, I want to hear from you. That's a completely different relationship, and it compounds over time in a way ads never can. Seth Godin has been writing a blog post every single day for over 2 decades. No ads, no paid distribution, just one idea every day in your inbox if you subscribe. He calls this permission marketing. The idea that the most powerful marketing is the kind people actually choose to receive. This newsletter and blog have made him one of the most influential marketing thinkers in the world, driven sales of 21 best-selling books, and built a global reputation without spending on ads. Start simple. 1 email a week. Share something you learned, something you observed, something that made you think differently. Be consistent. Don't sell in every issue, just be genuinely useful. Here's why this matters more than most founders realize. Every other channel, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, is built on land you don't own. The algorithm can change overnight and cut your reach in half. Your newsletter list is yours. No algorithm, no platform risk, just a direct line to people who already trust you. Let word of mouth do the heavy lifting. In India especially, a recommendation from a trusted person carries more weight than any ad. People ask friends before they buy. They check with their family. They look for someone who has already tried it, which means your job is to make your existing customers so successful, so genuinely delighted that they naturally bring you their network. This doesn't happen by accident. You have to design the experience with this in mind. Follow up, over deliver, create moments that make people say you have to try this. Naturals Ice Cream built an entire 374 crore business on exactly this. No advertising team, no marketing budget to speak of. They spend less than 1% of revenue on ads even today. Just an obsession with three simple ingredients: fruit, milk, sugar, and a customer experience so good that people queue for it, talk about it, and bring their families back for years. Viv Richards once mentioned naturals on national television simply because he loved the product. That one organic mention did more than a crore rupee campaign ever could. When what you offer is genuinely good, customers become your marketing team. None of this is fast. All of it compounds. That's exactly the point. Ram's tea shop in Ananagar didn't build that 1 a.m. queue overnight. Zerodha didn't reach 1.6 crore users without years of consistent trust building. Naturals didn't become a 374 crore brand with a marketing budget. They did it with a product that earned loyalty one scoop at a time. Ads have a place, but as amplifiers, not foundations. When you run ads on a brand that already has trust and pull, they work beautifully. When you run ads on a weak brand with no positioning, you're paying to speed up a leaking bucket. Fix that bucket first, then turn on the tap.